Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building, and a bit some talk about the Lions may be interested. Yes, the Lions of Detroit may be interested on attaining Gronkowski, Big Rob, and it just missed some second, third hand reporters like myself reporting it. But ESPN said today that the Patriots may be looking to shop him. You know, maybe to move him before the draft because they don't know what he's gonna do. You know, because he said that he wanted to retire, and basically it's about his money. He didn't outplay his contract, and if you remember last game of the season with the Jets, you know, and play FanDuel like I play FanDuel, I lined him up to have a big day, and you know they didn't throw the ball to him. The reason they didn't throw the ball to him because he had a big contract incentive. If he would have caught so many balls or yards, whatever, he would have got some millions. And they pulled him late in the game, like in the third or fourth quarter, so he couldn't reach his quarter or reach his mark to get his money. And he was feeling some type of way probably ever since then. And he feel like the Patriots don't want to pay him. His body is breaking down. You know, he missed a few Super Bowls with the Patriots as well. At least one I can count in my head. And he just feel like he need to be paid. That's where the retirement talk coming. You know, he loved the game, but he done broke his leg. He done had a hurt back coming into the draft. That's why he slid to the second round. And he just probably tired, you know, not getting paid what he worth. And a lot of NFL players don't get paid what they worth. These wishy-washy contracts where you sign for 60, 70 million for 3 or 4 years and you only get 5 or 6, 7 million base guarantee. You might got up to 5 or 10 and signing bonus. Then they cut you after 1 year and they don't owe you nothing else. So it's definitely designed for the team to win, especially in the injury, in a sport where the injury rate is so high. But can I see the Lions obtaining him? I mean, they do have 6 draft picks, so, but what is he worth at this point in his career? Because, I mean, for me, it ain't nothing but more than a 5th round pick. Nothing, not a 4th, not a 3rd, because obviously he wants to get paid, okay? Obviously he has an injury history, okay? And how much more years do we have left? How much? And what happens when you structure this contract and he get paid, or you front load the contract and you get to year 3, 4 of the contract and he feel this way again, feel like he outperformed his contract, you going through this shit again. So is he worth the baggage? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, he go out there and him and Stafford light it up for 3 or 4 games and this guy get injured and then it's all she wrote. I mean, the price has to be right in the 5th rounder or something like that. That just had to be the price for me. He's an unbelievable talent. I don't think he's a system player with the Patriots at all. I think him and Stafford can get it done. But for me, what you had to pay him and then what you had to get for him probably is a 2nd or a 3rd at the most. I mean, at the most I could see. And then you probably got to give up a player too. I mean, it's just too much complication, man. I mean, he's a, you know, let's be real. He's a second-hand star. He's a guy that took his fair share of beatings. And, you know, I just don't think it's a smart move for the Lions. I like Jimmy Graham a lot better because his price wasn't going to be high. And you don't have to get nothing up to get him. But, you know, Detroit has especially Lions have a very, very golden touch when it comes to getting stars that have already, you know, played out their prime. So, I'm not all against it, but I'm definitely not all for it. If it happens, you know, I just sit back and I support the team as usual. But I don't think so. I don't think it's a smart move for Detroit. Not right now. But he is a game changer, though. You could talk about the bad, the ugly. You got to talk about the good and the great. He is a game changer. I mean, him and Golden Tate patrolling outside and doing rub routes and playing high-low coverage, high-low routes. And just playing off each other, that's nasty. That's nasty. That's really, really nasty for Gronkowski. To have a running mate like Golden Tate controlling the middle of the field and playing on the inside and the creative things they can do with him. The shit that he opened up for the running backs out the backfield, him and Theoretic potentially, you know, killing the flats and the Texas route and the circus route. And you got, you know, Marvin Jones, the one-on-one coverage he might see on the outside paying attention to Gronk. You got Kenny Galladay that can learn from the professionalism of Gronkowski. That's a nasty offense, man, especially if you're able to add a Geis, a Kerryon Johnson, a Chubbs, a Sony Michel, or a Royce, or a Naheem Hines. I mean, shit, that's a real nice combination, man. to put those weapons up there. Now, don't forget you got Jim Bob Cooter calling the plays as well. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, could he even fuck this shit up? I mean, we had some terrible offensive coordinators, man. You know, Scott Linehan wasn't doing what he was supposed to do in Detroit. He had a hot season. I mean, Lombardi was trash, and Jim Bob Cooter, they saying that Jim Caldwell was filtering his play calling, was holding him back. You're gonna see what he got this year. And I could believe it, because when Caldwell came, he wanted to make Stafford more of a game manager. He sat down and showed Stafford how to cut down the turnovers and the interceptions. He had 18 coming in that year or something like that, 18 interceptions and, you know, a lot of fumbles or something like that. So they wanted to cut it down. He wanted to make up more of a manager than the gunslinger. So we'll see what Jim Bob Cooter can cook up with Stafford. But Gronkowski, that'll be huge in Detroit. That'll be a star that Detroit would love to have in Rob Gronkowski. But for me, I just don't think it's worth the risk at this point in his career and the money you'll have to pay him. I just say just build it organically. Get you a tight end in the draft. You already got a developmental one from Toledo. Let him develop. If you feel like you got to get another one, get another one. You know, somewhere in the middle rounds. But they get Gronk. I ain't going to be against it. I give me a Gronk 87 jersey Detroit Lions version. Y'all know what it is. We gone, though.